Hey guys, Ponce here with another pre-recorded video. Now, I'm technically still off at PAX, but today I just want to talk a little bit about Garen. So, as you can see above my head somewhere, there should be the balance changes. They've lowered his base movement speed from 345 to 340, and the bonus movement speed has been lowered on his decisive strike, the Q, from 35 to 30%. Now, as you can see, these aren't the biggest changes in the world on their surface. The reason I kind of wanted to talk about this is because, well, I kind of found the changes in general to Garen kind of interesting. And I've been playing him a little bit, not a hell of a lot, but, I've been having fun with it. And he seems to me really strong. Now, the problem is I'm not sure if it's just Garen or, a combination of Garen with all these new items that have come in, like Dead Man's Plate and Titanic Hydra and et cetera, and all that stuff. I'm sort of combining into making him too good. I've been seeing people saying they think Garen is too good. I'm not really sure about that. So I don't know. I just kind of want to maybe, poll the audience if you will, and you guys can have a bit of a discussion down there while I'm off doing whatever I'm doing in PAX. Just sort of your thoughts on Garen. Because, like, as I was saying, these don't seem like the biggest changes on the surface, but hitting Garen in terms of movement speed does, like, I can't really see too many places to like hurt him that bad outside of just flat out gutting his damage or something. But he's reliant on his movement speed to get in and actually deal the damage and kill people. Garen's always had sort of the risk of being kited around and stuff like that. Much like any of the non-gap closer, kind of not slow but more sluggish bruisers. And Garen's always had like sort of good movement speed, and then he'd run in with the Q. As you can see, I don't know, just it's only five, base movement speed slower, but it feels
Demacia
a lot slower.
has won.
I'm always very sensitive sort of to movement speed changes. These are the two things that I've always been sensitive to. It's like range and movement speed. Simply because they're not, these very obvious damage numbers that people tend to freak out about. These are much more subtle nerfs. So I don't know. You're never gonna just have 340 movement speed the whole game. And obviously, I'm running around without boots just to showcase what the difference is right now. But you also have to keep in mind the percent movement bonus is also not as effective. Not just because it's 5% lower, but also it has less to scale off of because the base is lower.
I bring justice.
So. Yeah, I don't know. And I really, again, once again, I haven't really fully come to a conclusion about my thoughts on the new Garen. At the very least, he seems good. Garen's always been good. I guess the problem was he was always just kind of boring and no one wanted to play him. He's always been very, very strong in lane. Even the old Garen, like that's just kind of what he did. You would walk into him and he would just sort of out trade you because he was sort of beefy, and if you actually walk up to him, he'd deal a lot of damage to you in a very sort of similar vein to Darius and to an extent Trundle, sort of champions like that. So yeah, my primary experience with him was on the PvE. I played a few games over there, and that's generally speaking not a very good gauge of balance, simply because the skill level is so all over the place. And Garen is such a simple champion still that I didn't need huge amounts of expertise. I could just go, because I'm a top lane main, right? I could just go off sort of my general top lane knowledge, mash into people, and generally sort of just slaughter them. And I've had relatively good results with them on the normal server as well, the few times I have played them. But it's not enough to really come to any firm conclusion. So, yeah, I don't know. These are the nerfs. I can't say they don't seem entirely warranted, but we'll see what happens with Garen. If these go through, if they nerf him more, or they just, don't do it. I imagine he's probably going to nerf somewhere. But, yeah, anyway, those are the changes. Thanks for watching, and, yeah, you've just watched a man ramble on endlessly about very, very seemingly minor movement speed changes. Thanks for watching. Bye.